Hello, here we are, the middle of the week. I figure everybody else is doing it, so I'll do it too. But no, I have a good reason this week, in the middle of the week. I received a package last week, end of the last week, and I had a busy weekend, so I didn't get a chance to. I just barely got my Matchbox video out this weekend, and I wanted to take some time and give some thanks to some of my viewers who are contributors to my channel. And I received a package last week from my good friend and yours, Anthony Bellini. He's a major asset to our diecast custom and restoration channels out here. He sends stuff from his private collection all over the world. I got a package from him, and I have some of the previous package that I didn't get a chance to thank him for, and I wanted to go over that stuff too. And then I get home today, and I get a surprise package from around the world, from New Zealand. I'm like, that is cool. That is really cool, because New Zealand's really close to Australia, and Australia has the coolest cars in the whole wide world as far as I'm concerned. Muscle cars, that is. And I just wanted to go over both of these wonderful packages. I can't thank them enough. The one from New Zealand is from one of my viewers, O2 Bellini. His name is Ian, and he lives in New Zealand. That is so cool. Thank you very much for thinking of me all the way around the world here. And like I say, I remember your comment the other week. We were talking about this guy right here, my Holden Sandman ute or panel van that I bought, that came all the way from Australia. That we won't talk about how much I paid for it, but I wanted it, so it's one of my personal collection that I like to keep down here. And like I say, let's start with Tony's stuff, and then we'll go from there. Tony must have went to he goes around to swap meets. I found out that he comes every year within an hour and 45 minutes of my house. When he lives all the way in Michigan, I live in Maryland. He comes to Carlisle, Pennsylvania, where I go picking, and I buy car parts for my real cars, or at least try to. They're so expensive now, but he went to Lane Automotive. It's a big speed shop up in Michigan. They have an annual car show, I found out, and he was ever so grateful enough to send me this awesome Lane Automotive t-shirt from that speed shop, which I will wear proudly. And he sent me this Lane Automotive Car Show 25th Annual. How cool is that? It's a green light. It's a 1970.5 Z car. Beautiful torque thrust wheels. Thank you very much for that, Tony. I will cherish that stuff. And now we are going into the other stuff. Where did I put that? I'm laying stuff down, and I don't know what I did with it. Here it is. Okay, here we are. He also sent me some cars. He sent me, let's set these out. Sent me this reproduction sidekick, which I can easily turn into a proper red line. This is supposed to come out, but I can't remember. I've never had one, so I don't know how it comes out. It should just slide out. Or is there a button to press? It's back here. Maybe that's it. Maybe it isn't. Oh well, I will figure it out. But got that. And he also sent me these very detailed, 3 of the same. These are the M2 machines. It's the Volkswagen panel bus. And to me, there's 3 of them there. And that to me looks like an open canvas for a custom job. He said with the Woodstock Festival anniversary just coming around, he wanted me to ask my boys with 3 blind mice if they would be interested in doing something with these 3. I'll send them to you if you want to, and we can discuss what we want to do with them. We can, or just do whatever we want with them for one of our future builds. So Paul, Lee, here we go. They're really nice castings too. I mean, they're early panel buses, and look at that nice big canvas on the side. Can you imagine what we could do with that? So thank you very much, Tony, for those. And also, I have some stuff that he previously sent me that I didn't get a chance to put out. So I'm going to try to do that here. He sent me this. This is really, really cool. Sabra. Any of my viewers out there can tell me about it. It's German, or it's made in Israel. It's a Israeli Chevelle 65-66 Chevelle station wagon. And check this out. How you like that? That's so cool. I am going to do a restoration on that like you wouldn't believe. That's one of my future projects. I really love that. And he sent me this, which I remember these very well. This is one of the fast ones. They were made by, I think, Kenner, same company that made Star Wars figures back in the 70s. Yep, they're made by Kenner, and their big kick was each car had this tail on it, and they all had their own different license plate. This one is so perfect. That is going right in my showcase. That is beautiful. I have not seen a fast one in that good a shape in 35 years since they were new. I had a couple myself, and we'll have to maybe explore those one day. I have one of my original ones that my mother found buried in the flower bed. There's not much left of it, but I think I can do something with it now. And he sent me this 1/43rd scale charger, which is cool. It's a Hot Wheels. Wow. It's a Hot Wheels charger. How cool is that? It's low to the ground. We can do I think that's going to be some kind of candy pearl paint job or something there with those big oversized wheels on it and stuff. We can do something really cool with that. Whoop, there we go. Me with the camera, let me see. And we also sent me this. This is a Siku, which is, I know there's one of my viewers who he's from Germany. He always comments to me nice things in Germany, and I have to translate it. And he has a channel, and he does a lot of these. These are a German die-cast. How cool is that? Look at that. It's a Mercedes 280 SL. We are definitely going to do a restoration on that. Look at that. The seats fold down. How cool is that? On a Hot Wheels scale, the seats fold down. That is awesome. We missed a little taillight there, but that's just a piece of red. I can make that. Nice wheels, everything. Thank you very much for that. And last but not least, he sent me this two magazines, and I'm going to try to get it in here. It is, let's see, let me bring this camera back. The only original one, Survivor Cars of Australia. This is like total eye candy for me. It has your Valiant Chargers, your Holdens, your Ford Falcons, everything in this thing, and it is just totally awesome book. I don't know where he got it, but it is amazing. I've been looking it over and over and over again, like used to do hot rod magazines, and he sent me this model collector magazine, which is really cool. And I've been going through that, looking at all the diecast from around the world. So there we have it from Michigan. That is all the stuff that Anthony Bellini sent me this time around. Thank you very much, Anthony, and I'm going to put that one there. And we will be seeing stuff. Your contributions last time, a Ford GT40 will be coming out this weekend with the 3 blind mice build. I think you will approve. It is fantastic. I really went over the top with it. Went kind of crazy, as usual. So, but let's get on to my next one, which came in today from Ian. And let me focus this. There we go. Mr. T is kind of sitting funny there. Knock me over there with them cars. Better watch what I do. Okay. So, he says, I hope you like the contents of this package. So, I will go through this stuff and then I will read what it says. He sent me some chronicles from New Zealand, which I am going to read because anything from another country like that is fascinating to me, especially if it's in a language I can read, which is awesome. So this one, I am just blown away by it. That somebody from all the way around the world, like my buddy John, who I talk to on a regular basis from Tasmania, who's been very generous to my channel too, sent me some really cool stuff because they know how much I like Australian cars. He has sent me this Ford Falcon, and it is a Matchbox Ford Falcon, and I don't think I've ever seen that before. I know I've never seen that before. That is totally awesome. That's a later model Ford Falcon. From what I understand, they don't make them anymore. And this here is a Gary Rogers Motorsport. And this is, I assume that is another, now that's a Holden. Wow. That's one of the later model Holdens. That's almost like our GTO that we got, which were Holdens, that they just put different front and rears on them. That is so cool. V8 Supercars Australia. That is sweet. And you guys have all the cool cars down there. We got cool looking cars, but like I say, they had the horsepower down there still when we were having smog motors. This is the one that I'm just floored about. This is one of my dream cars. Classic Car Electables, 1/43rd scale, Holden Sandman panel van. Would you look at that? Just like my little one here, but the later model that has Sandman across the tailgate. The official Holden merchandise. Oh my gosh. In mint julep green. Classic Car Electables. A registered trademark of Southern Model Supplies, Adelaide. Maybe somebody, if I hope I'm pronouncing it, South Australia. That is unbelievable. Wow. I want to take a look at this. I gotta take a look at this. Oh my God. This is going right up in my Aussie car collection, right next to the Holden GTS that John sent me. Oh my God. The Monaro GTS. Oh, look at that. That is unbelievable good Lord. Look at that thing. The Sandman. Oh man, look at that. That is so cool. And these cars, I know that Mel Gibson drove one in Mad Max, but other than that, they have so much in common with the cars of here in the United States. I mean, they look almost like a Chevelle, early 70s Chevelle, late 60s, maybe like somewhat a Chevelle, but they also have their wheels here are the same as our Rally 2s that are come on our Pontiacs here. And that is just, look at that, it steers. Oh my gosh, that's going right up next to my Mad Max Interceptor, my Holden Monaro. And now I got a 143rd Holden Sandman. Thank you so much for that. That is amazing. I can't stress enough how much awesome that is. See here. Get that tailgate shut. There we go. Ah, that's why. There we are. Look at that. And plus, I like decals. I'm a sign maker for government highway. I've gotten to work with vinyl for the past 25 years. So anything that has decals like Trans-Ams, Judges, these, I love the old Jeeps from the 70s and 80s that had like the Renegade or the Honcho on the side, all that stuff. Man, that's so cool. So there you have it, Holden Sandman. And he also sent me this, which is beautiful already. These things are so hard to find here in the States. All the scalpers have picked them all up. This is the gasser. Well, I have thrown in the gasser to help fill the box, and it might come in handy for a wheel metal base swap if you feel like it. So, sounds like he's going into collecting pressed steel toys. So he wanted to send these on because they've been in his storage, and trust me, they will be loved. So anything I can get for these Australian die-cast, that's the closest I'm ever going to get to owning a Holden or a Ford Falcon. So there you have it. That is awesome. Thank you very much, Ian, and they will be cherished for as long as I'm alive. So on another note, while I'm here, I wanted to talk about our future September 1st build, the shop truck heard around the world, as I've been calling it, because it's everybody's building. Everybody who's joined us is from all over the world. I usually just did a couple builds from a few choice people, and this is going to be epic. So I've been deciding. I'm going to ask. I have this one here. This is an old green light that I have taken the whatever it said on the side. But look at it. It looks like a rusty, like a scratched up old shop truck, and it's an old F100. And I like these. I like any old square bodied Chevys, F100s. I changed the wheels on it, put some M2 wheels. It sits here on my thing, and it's made to look chipped up like that, and I think it looks cool. So I'm just that one stays the way it is. But I've decided between this one, which I've already played around with, I've already threw some wheels on it and kind of gave it a good stance. I got this one that can be repainted. I've got this thing I got from AutoZone that said AutoZone. I've taken AutoZone off the side. Of course, I messed the white up when I did that. Changed the wheels around. Had black wheels on it. They had to go right in the trash. Well, no, they'll get repainted to something else. And another favorite truck of mine is the 47 through 53, 54 Chevy. Step sides. I have my grandfather's 52 Chevy pickup truck in a million pieces down in that I started back in the 90s, but I've never gotten that far with it. but it's kind of a special truck to me. But anybody want to give me some input on which shop truck you think would suit my channel? Whatever it is, it's going to be have a wild ass paint job. It's going to be lots of metal flake, and it'll have my logo on the door. It'll have big tires, lots of chrome, the usual, and probably a couple different colors. So once again, Ian, thank you for the wonderful gift from New Zealand. And Anthony Bellini, thank you very much. I appreciate everything you do for me, and you will see the progress in future videos. So everybody, I'll see you this weekend with the 3 Blind Mice GT40 build. See ya!